Welcome back to Last Minute Prep News. This Archipelago-Ukraine conflict, there's an escalation. The motive why NATO and the Romanians are keeping quiet about this so-called Russian drone which landed in so-called NATO territory has been officially confirmed. Because seeing Romania is on the borderline with Ukraine, and obviously in the Black Sea, Odessa is a seaport, and supposedly they're not using those routes for merchandise or normal commercial shipping. It happens to be one of the access points by sea directly into Ukraine, to Odessa, where NATO supply weapons to Ukraine. And obviously the Russians have sussed it out and they're aiming on those cargo ships there, or the infrastructure of the ports, to destroy it so ships can't dock there. And also the Romanians denied it, and after Joe Biden go nudge, admit it. And amazingly, Romanians were invoking Article 4. The reason why there was no emergency summit for Article 5, although they all join in the fight, is because probably NATO in this moment is not ready if Ukraine fails in the war. You've got Zelensky who wants to sue the Brussels because due to other member countries not accepting Ukraine grain, for the fact it's a health hazard, or probably it will just destabilise the grain market itself, which brings down more the price. And the British, the RAF, yes, we shall escort your grain ships out of port into ports in the Black Sea. That is a bit strange. They'll probably be escorting ships which have weapons aboard, which are destined for Kiev. That's a nice one. And obviously that region of Romania, there the local officials saying we have to start evacuating the area because it's becoming a dangerous place. It is a dangerous place because this drone ended up 200 meters into Romanian territory, and obviously it can legitimize NATO to invoke Article 5. So what this escorting grain ships means is trying to create a non-fly zone, and the Russians have to concentrate. Obviously, their efforts are destroying all supply lines, either by land from Poland, Romania, and even by sea, which goes to Odessa, the port. May it seems Ukrainians are making a little bit of progress, so-called progress advancing. They cannot boast about it because, one, this could be a trap. And as you probably heard, they're going to send every Tom, Dick and Harry in the next mobilisation, as I mentioned in that other video a few days ago. So tensions are growing high. Obviously, Moscow is going to mobilise, already announced another 250,000 troops drafting. And as we know, things are, regarding the tension between East and West, is getting more higher, and there is the most probability someone will press that button, because not just one side is getting a bit nervous or desperate, it's both sides. As you may know, there was a peace deal last March 2022, and this thing could have ended. No thanks to Boris Johnson, the former UK Prime Minister, saying to Zelensky, no deals. Continue fighting. We shall support you. What type of support Ukraine had so far? More than 400,000 dead. That's Western media numbers, not my numbers. And they mentioned about 500,000. That is a lot of waste of civilians not trained properly and not equipped properly to fight a war. As for that advancement of Ukraine, place is called Robotyne, I believe. This could be one of those classical military traps by the Russians. Obviously, the Russians are pulling out some of the military in Belarusia. They'll probably leave someone on guarding the Iskander missile systems, the nukes, as a strategic deterrent if the West or NATO decides to do anything. Russia is under daily attack. Drones from Ukraine. Remember, the intelligence and hardware supplied by NATO. Therefore, you can say NATO is in this dogfight. And how close the red line will be drawn? Goalposts and red lines have been moved so often, and rapid escalations continues. When it comes to the point of no return, because more the tension is higher between East and West, it's a war between East and West, more likely the risk of a nuclear conflict will increase. It's obviously known your local government or national government will not tell you nothing about this scenario to avoid panic. It's obvious, because sons of the cow start panicking, stock markets, society will just collapse overnight. And that is a scientific factor which all government think tanks and certain apocalyptic scenarios have established.